Motion negiib kwa bunge nebo National Assembly negi MP nebo Olkalou noto ko engineer Morioke Karue ko kikitoi kengalalen kamuget nebo ketoi legut nenin nekitokyingei bandab tai nebo constituencies chebo emetab Kenya en kenyit nebo 2003. Motion inotok ko kiib kobit legut nebo CDF nekikitoi kobun ngatutiet nebo Constituency Development Fund Act 2003 nekinde siyet President Mwai Kibaki en tarik 30 nebo December nebo kenyinotok. Kinyoru report netinyegei ak boisiet nemie noton nebo legut nebo CDF. Kondit nenyoru kandoindet age tugul ko kemwaitaen inendet boisionik chemiachen ak cheibu walet nebo kipchulyo en biik cheindochin. En emetab Kenya ko kikobois legutab CDF en kenyisiek chesire 20 ole miten komoswek chekikotok logoiywekab legunotok en kebeberta neo kosir alak. Iboru chikilisiet nekoyai ketesietab Kass TV kole kong'eten kenyit nebo 2003, 2004 akoi kenyitab 2023-2024 ko kikotesak rabinik chekitobonjin legutab CDF kong'eten bilion 1.2 akoi bilion 53.5. Kotinygei ak notok ko kila kenyit komong'u kibagengeisiek cheterter walutikab chikilisiosiek chetinyegei ak boisietab legutab CDF ole agenge en komoswek chetogu komiten mbarak boisiet nemie nebo legunotok ko Kiharu en county nebo Murang'a.
And primarily what we do, most of our CDF resources, as it is by law, it only goes to education and security matters. And the bulk of the responsibility, therefore, of NGCDF is in matters of education. Education has two components within the funding of NGCDF. One is the hard part, where we do infrastructure, and the other one is the soft part, where we support parents through bursaries and other initiatives to make sure that learners therefore enjoy the facilities we are building, and also in other schools beyond the jurisdictions of the various CDF committees.
Noto kit nekikoipchi koyai rutoiywek alak en kandoik kobun komoswek alak komoche konai amune asikilos kandoinatetab Kiharu en boisietab CDF. Kou noto kemach agechek kenai kele tos ne ung'utiet neyoe konyor kolosunet Kiharu koboto MP nebo komosatak Samson Ndindi Nyoro.
If you go to Kiaba kuna muradi kama ile ya masomo bora, na pia hiyo program ya kutengeneza mashule inaenda kwa kasi sana. If you go to a place like Kipipiri, the MP there has been able to do quite very well. If you go to Mukurweini are charging fees actually slightly lower than us. They charge, I think, 970 shillings per term. And they are also doing the same kind of infrastructural development. Katika ile tamu yetu ya kwanza, tulianza mambo ya kutengeneza mashule. Na mradi ya kutengeneza mashule ina maana that we will do it permanently. Permanently ndio tusikue tunafanya the same thing. And the model we use is the model that therefore guarantees the work we do today may not have to be repeated in the next two years.
En komostab Kiharu ko ikonde tai missing ofisitab CDF kanaptaetab somanet kobun kalelitetab sukulisiekab boror cheite 112 chebo primary ak 65 chebo secondary. Chitab Kalenjin yu ko sukulit nebo Kambirwa Primary School nemiten county nebo Murang'a. Constituency nebo Kiharu ole yoto MP nebo komosatak ko Mheshimiwa Ndindi Nyoro. Inendet ko nebo ngecheret en committee nebo budget en bunge nebo National Assembly kobaten missing ko naat inendet akobo boisiet nekotestai koyai inendet en constituency nebo Kiharu missing ko en kanaptaetab sekta nebo somanet. Kong'eten konam ngecheret Ndindi Nyoro en kenyit nebo 2017 ko kikomuch kokanapta itondab sukulisiek kobun tetutiet nebo kondetab tiles en classrooms tugul, ak en nguni kotesetai tetutiet age nebo kinde kabro en sukulisiekab boror en komosatak.
Tulianza muhula ya kwanza mambo ya tiles. Alafu tukaweza kukarabati shule zetu zote za msingi. We have around 112 public primary schools in Kiharu. And we tiled around 95% of them in our first term. So the second term imekuwa ni kumalizia ile kazi tulianza ile first term yetu. Sasa hii term tumeanza kukarabati landscaping na kabro based on of course that experience I've talked about. Na tumeanza na shule I think 25 of them which we are doing proper landscaping, including cabro, fitting of cabros. And again, the reason for all this is to make learning institutions the best institutions in our localities, so that mtu akiwa shule anaona afadhali akae shule kuliko huko nje, and it's working.
Akot kounotok komuch kobit tebutiet kele tos legutab CDF inegen neimuktechin meng'ikab Kiharu konyor walet en sugulishek ak somanet.
Looking at the Auditor General's reports, last year we got the best you can get from the Auditor General, meaning through the teamwork we are having, we are also being able to be accountable of the resources that we are handling, because these are public money. And the reason why we have higher value for money is because in Kiharu, we have been using a program called labor-based. Hakuna kupeana kadarasi. Kadarasi inapewa in quotes wenyeji. Wananchi ndio wadosi wa hiyo pesa yote inakuja Kiharu. So hakunanga maneno nipatie tenda ama contract. We give money to the school, then the school manages the money through what we call labor-based. When we do labor-based, all the money remains in the institution. And the savings that we get, because many times when you compare the BQ of the work we do, the BQ of the work we are supposed to do, and the actual work we end up doing is higher. So we now capitalize on those savings to do extra projects, because we want all that money to make the specific area of allocation better by doing more job than should be done in a normal BQ.
Kaimuch konal ketesioniek alak en konetik, sigik koboto meng'ik cheiboru boiboiyet neo akobo kanabtaet nekonyor sekta nebo somanet en komosatak kobun boisietab legutab CDF.
Tunapokutana na walimu wakuu kutoka maeneo mengine, wanaposikia yale mambo yanafanywa hapa wanashangaa. Ati shule kama hii madarasa 16 yamepakwa rangi, yamepewa plasta, yamewekwa tiles paka kwenye farada, na ofisi 3 wanashangaa, wanashindwa hii pesa inatoka wapi? Kwa hivyo tunashukuru mheshimiwa wetu kwa kutuunga mkono, na bila shaka maendeleo haya yatatupeleka mbali sana kielimu katika shule hii.
Tunashukuru kwa mheshimiwa kwa kutuletea hii mradi na tunafurahia. Kwa sababu watoto hiyo wakati ilikuwa hapo nyuma, watoto kulikuwa hii barabara ilikuwa matope, watoto hawangekuja shule bila gumboot juu ya matope, lakini kwa sasa tunafurahi juu mheshimiwa ametuwekea cabros, watoto hakuna mahali watakuwa kivaa gumboot, hakuna mahali watakuwa kupata matope, so tunafurahi.
Kitu ya kwanza ni kumpe heko kwa kazi mzuri. I congratulate him na timu yake, na azidi tu kuendelea hivyo, na Mungu amzidishie hata akifika hiyo rank nyingine tuko pamoja na yeye. Cause kitu moja amesaidia wazazi sana sana sana, especially when it comes to education. Amesaidia wazazi, na ile burden yenye wazazi walikuwa nayo at least unasikia imepungua.
Chitab Kolenjin rutoito nekakiyai en county nebo Murang'a en constituency nebo Kiharu kokotestai kobois legutab CDF, ako Kiharu constituency ko agenge en komoswek chekakotok kele tindoi maket neo. Kandoindet nebo komostak notok ko Mheshimiwa Ndindi Nyoro nebo koboisien legunitok kokanapta meng'ik chebo county nitok, mising ko meng'ik chebo Kiharu constituency, komuch icheket kokanapta somanenywan. Watile somanet ko agenge en tuguk cheibu kerkeindo en kwenutab biik cheimuchigei ak chemaimuchigei.
Kupitia elimu ndio tutaweka usawa katika taifa letu la Kenya. Mtoto wa maskini na tajiri watakuwa sawa kwa sababu ya elimu. Mtoto wa mama mboga na rais watakuwa sawa kwa sababu ya elimu.
Taban ak kalelitetab sugulishek kobun kondetab tiles ak cabro koikobit walet kora en tetutiet nebo baetab lagokab sugul.
As you are aware, we run a program called Kiharu Masomo Bora. Kiharu Masomo Bora is also a continuation of the same educational program. And what we do in Kiharu Masomo Bora, all our day schools have around 15,000 learners on average. All of them in our 61 day schools, they are now I think 65 because we have started a few more, they only pay 1,000 for school fees. And in that money, we make sure that learners eat in school, And instead of the repetitive, sisi tulikuwa tunakula githeri kila siku. They eat githeri 3 days and rice 3 days because we also supply food for Saturdays. Lakini pia to make education exciting, every last Friday of the month wanakulanga chapati kama lunch in all our day schools.
Imuch itebenge chitab kalenjin ile amune asikokilchigei missing sekta nebo somanet Ndindi Nyoro. Tos mamiten tetutik alake chebo komonut cheimuch komokyingei meng'ikab Kiharu?
All this infrastructure, the aim is the future of the person in that school. And the way to make sure that there is a connection is making sure mwenye anasoma anapenda shule na anapenda masomo. And that is why we have been able to do that. When we make the environment habitable and very convenient for learners, the same tiles and the same cabros have a way of also smoothening their mind. Na kwa hivyo wanaona wanasomea kwenye iko inafaa, their confidence levels goes up, and that has been exhibited actually through the results that we have had in Kiharu. Ukiangalia mwaka jana na the other year, we have had a gradual increment in how we are performing.
Kobun kabarunetab Kiharu ak MP nebo komosatak Ndindi Nyoro kokakobit cherset en kandoik alak missing ko MPs kokere kole katyem koboisien boroinwek chetindo kolumda tetutikab bandab tai cheibu walet ak borotet nebo kipchulyo kobun boisiet en oret nekararan nebo legutab CDF. Ng'olyot nebo let kobun Ndindi Nyoro ak biikab Kiharu koni.
Kimaendeleo vile naonanga, yes, as a leader, you know you are a politician. Na interview yako ni wananchi. So saa zingine, you get to fall into a temptation of doing everything everywhere. And you know when you are everywhere, doing everything, it ends up being very minimal. Because you are spreading yourself too thin. So saa zingine, ni vizuri ukiegemea muradi, inamalizika. Kwa sababu, muradi hata kiserikali, imekamilika when the citizens start getting utility out of those projects. Ukijenga darasa na haina roof, there is no classroom there. That is a construction site. Because there is no utility being derived by the residents by using that classroom.
Aripote nyini ketesiet nebo Kass TV kong'eten Kiharu en county nebo Murang'a, kainenyun ko Victor Korir.